I have spent way too much time going through the screenshots, the entrances and videos captured for 2K24, trying to find all of the new updates that we can expect. And I found some more stuff.
Dummy. Yeah.
So first up is the commentary team. No, this is not like some big secret whoop-de-doo. It's very clear and obvious from all of the screenshots and the videos that we're getting the 3-man commentary team again. Now this, I am disappointed by with 2K. Wagging my little finger over here at you, 2K. No, it's just because I wanted this to be the 2-man booth. I was really hoping that we were going to get just Corey Graves and Michael Cole. I know that we probably couldn't get Wade Barrett. Pat McAfee is in and out so many times, and now he's back on Raw. It's just getting really silly over there. But Byron Saxton is on commentary again. So there's that. But I wanted to say that it's kind of cool that we're getting the models a little bit refreshed and updated. Michael Cole has his glasses now. Corey Graves has got a new shirt. Byron Saxton's got a new outfit. And we can also see just behind them in this screenshot too, you do see some shirts for Karrion Kross and Scarlett. We see Karrion Kross's brand new faction in there. Gonna go with no. It's gonna be a hard no over here for me. But that's just because that faction just came together with AOP. I do really like it. I like Karrion Kross a lot. And I wish that we could get that as a full faction. We'll talk about factions more in a second. We got more digging to do. Okay, this next one has me excited. It has me cautiously optimistic, I guess I'll say. And that has to do with the championship belts. Now, we do know that we are going to get the brand new World Heavyweight Championship belt in there, the undisputed one that Roman's got, and you got the women's titles in there too, brother. And I'm excited that we're gonna get those belts in the game, but I'm more excited that the clipping might be improved. Might be fixed? Fixed is a strong word to use. It might be improved at this point. A good illustration of this is Io Sky's entrance you can see right here, because she has the jacket like zipped a teeny tiny bit. And I wanted to use this as the example because as I slow it down, there really isn't much clipping. Like there's a little bit on the very bottom of the belt when it comes to her like frilly thing that's on the bottom of her trunks. That is like kind of clipping through the very bottom of it, but otherwise the belt looks good. And the fact is, it's not going wild through the jacket. I remember with 2K23, I want to say, maybe it was 22, but there I saw an entrance with Charlotte, and I couldn't get over, and even into the game, how much the belt would clip through the layers and the clothing. I know it's a big deal for creators and community creations. I want that real authentic piece in there. And keep in mind as well, this is all footage for the early access, the early builds that have been shown off. So they're further ahead at this point and able to polish certain things up. Now let's talk about this showcase match right here. Rick Rude versus Ultimate Warrior. I'm so glad Rick Rude is in the game. I'm very excited. I want to see everybody like Icons of the Ring going in there, those guys, the creators. I want them to like change Rick Rude's hair and all that and give me like 8 Warrior attires that are with the face paint melting and everything. It's gonna be great. But this match I wanted to highlight here because one of the prominent pieces that I failed to highlight before, Bobby Heenan is there. Now we've had Bobby the Brain Heenan in the games before as a manager, and it looks like he is going to be potentially an unlockable once again, and this time in showcase mode, at least for this look of Bobby Heenan. This match at WrestleMania, you do have Bobby the Brain Heenan ringside, and he is in his blue attire. I gotta figure this is going to be one of the showcase unlocks once you beat this match. And unlockables for showcase, it seems like based on the screenshots, based on the footage that's out there, we're getting a healthy variety, because one of the things that popped up just the other day was going to be the reveal or leak, I guess, of the Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns match, and then at the end there's like 6 unlockables in different categories that you're going to get for that. And other matches have like 2, some have 3. I like the variety, and I like that it's attires and models and title belts and stuff. So it's not just going to be here's the arena for WrestleMania and the belt, because that gets boring. Now this next one is got, I think, a lot of people excited. It's basically been confirmed within showcase mode, but I was hoping before we get into that, you guys would help me by hitting the subscribe button, because almost 60% of you guys, I can see in the stats, don't subscribe, but you do enjoy the content, or at least you watch a video or two. So if you guys can, hit the subscribe button, helps the channel out, helps us grow, helps us do more things, and I'll try to keep giving you as much content as I possibly can here. The big thing I noticed was with Shayna Baszler's entrance, and it has to do not with Shayna Baszler, but with Bray Wyatt, the Fiend Bray Wyatt. With the shot of Shayna Baszler at the ring steps and she's about to go into the ring, you look at the crowd, and there are 2 different images, and there are 2 different people in the audience wearing Bray Wyatt t-shirts. On the one side, you can see the Fiend mask there in the green, And on the right hand side, you can see the Firefly logo on that t-shirt too. There's also the introductory piece of showcase with the video footage that there is a shot in there of the Fiend pointing to the WrestleMania sign with John Cena involved, going for their whole Firefly Funhouse match that they had at WrestleMania. It all but confirms that the Fiend is in there. It has me super excited. We said this on a previous video, but it's got fans really pumped. I think that they're gonna get the Fiend, they're gonna get Bray Wyatt, they might get Firefly Funhouse Bray. I'd love it if they got Eater of Worlds Bray, like all the versions of Bray Wyatt. I really hope they do something special for Bray here, but with 2 t-shirts in the crowd, plus a little showcase piece that we saw online, it really does seem like Bray is going to be confirmed. I'm very excited for this and for the fans. Next thing we found is going to be more signatures. I love now that we're going to get up to 4 signatures that you can use in a match with any superstar. So when we look at Cody Rhodes here, he's got Cody Cutter 1, Running Cody Cutter 1, Cody Cutter 2, and the Pedigree number 2 into the pin combos for each of them as his signatures. Not to mention you get a glimpse of the finishers, and obviously one of them is going to be the Crossroads Trinity, which is going to be the super finishers that they've talked about. But for signatures, it adds more variety to the moveset, which I really like. And for people that like to customize movesets, this is going to help them out a lot. It's going to refine it, I feel, with every superstar's moveset, because some wrestlers, like Gunther is a great example. I don't know what his moveset's going to be in 24, but Gunther's a great example of a wrestler today that has multiple finisher signature. Like he power bombs, he splashes, he chops, like he takes your boot and chops your boot with his hand. Like he does a lot of different signatures and finishers. So this type of stuff is really going to go a long way, I feel, to making it feel a little bit more authentic to what we see on TV. Now this next thing, it's not there anymore. It's got me a little excited. I'm a little worried that it's because it's an early build, they haven't added this back in yet. And I don't want to see it in there because it just bothers me. And I don't know why it bothers me. It's the HUD. It's the star rating HUD that's in the top left-hand corner. It's not there anymore. In all of the preview footage that we have seen, they haven't included it. You still get the star rating at the end of the match, but that little star rating that sits at the top of the screen, I hate it, I don't like it, I don't want it. Now, don't you come at me and start telling me that, Matt, you can go into the options menu and you can turn HUD off and then boom, you don't get any of the HUD stuff, but I want to be able to see the guy and his glowiness, how much damage, how many signatures, finishers I have. I want to see how he's progressing, but I don't want to see the stars at the top. It takes away from it. I just want those options to be able to turn it on and off. I haven't seen it yet. I hope it's gone. I hope it's gone. It's so unnecessary to have match star rating on screen. It takes away from the simulation style. The pure simulation people are going to be like, just turn all HUDs off, and I play that way with sliders like jacked all the way up. But I hope they've just left it to be at the end of the match because that's nice and clean, and I like that for the UI. Now, speaking of UI, one of the new favorite things that I've seen online is going to be the introduction of free camera mode during the matches. Specifically, they are allowed to happen during AI matches. AI versus AI, you are not controlling it. You are going to spectate these matches. But I love the switching that we have available from broadcast camera, the free camera, switching, going into the highlight reel, doing all of this and just pressing B on the controller for toggling the info on and off so it sits very tightly in the corner. People that like to be able to capture different moments, that want to be able to have like just spectate stuff. You're streaming 2K24 and you want to be able to just watch the matches, but now you can play around with the camera angles. It's something that I personally have been asking for years to see, because we get it in all these different sports games to be able to change the way we can look at the cameras and look at the game itself. Also with this added in a really cool detail, which is going to be adding shortcuts to the camera switching. So you can have up to 4 different shortcuts that you can customize. So you can have just going from different angles of the crowd, but we could in theory be able to change each one of these on the D-pad so that I can make a shortcut so it goes right to superstar A or superstar B, like a close-up shot, or certain angles in the crowd, or a top-down shot of the ring. Being able to map that stuff is really cool. And especially if you guys are out there and you want to be able to get different angles, you get different thumbnails for your videos, things like that. Now, Backstage Brawl is updated. Now, it is a feature in 2K24 that has kind of like mixed feelings at the moment. I'm excited that they got up to 4 people backstage. That's a good win. I'm a little disappointed, like other people, that it's the same backstage environment. They didn't update it, but they updated the quality of life pieces with backstage. There's nothing terribly wrong with the 2K23 backstage. It's nice and big. You can go and you can hit people into cars, but it didn't have a lot to do. And restricting it to one-on-one, that was an L. But one of the cool things is not only that we can break glass like with the window in the backstage area, but we can do this with multiple windows backstage. So you're not limited to just one. You can put your opponent through all the glass in the back. Real glass.
Real glass!
It's a small detail, much like the elevator, that you can now go up to the next level, but I like that I could break all the glass in there, throw weapons, have multitude of weapons going on backstage. It can get a little nuts back there, so I do like that detail. But there's more details when it comes to legends. Now, we know that Muhammad Ali was announced in the trailer and he's gonna be in the game. Hooray, he was at WrestleMania 1, he was special enforcer referee, but there's a little bit more details when it comes to the screenshots that 2K released, and I missed this. So we got the wonderful shot of Muhammad Ali, and I thought, that's great, that looks awesome, that's a great looking model. But then I went, hold on a second, and my dumb face zoomed in. Not on my face, I zoomed in on the image. And those t-shirts are saying something, aren't they? Because we got Rowdy Roddy Piper in the front there for that t-shirt. We got Hulk Hogan brother, which we know about. And then we've got Jake the Snake Roberts t-shirt in there too. Not a crazy surprise that we would see Jake, that we would see Piper, but Jake he's in AEW. And I know he's been in the previous 2K games. He's got a Legends deal like with everybody, it feels like. But it makes me feel happy that more Legends are coming to the game. I want to fill out that 80s and 90s roster like crazy. I got an itch for the 80s right now, but I won't play as Hulk Hogan. And then we got some fun ones that just got revealed by 2K. And this is going to be the Judgment Day. 4-person entrance for the Judgment Day. Yay. Proper 4-man entrance. Where's JD McDonough? Nobody knows. Where's R-Truth? He ain't there. So it kind of tells me 4-man stable faction entrances is going to be standard once again. I hope they give us more 4-person entrance options in the game. The shot of them, the back of them, it looks really cool. I don't know for sure if this would be the in-game shot that we would see. They tend to get these really cool camera angles just to be able to post on social media. But regardless, I like the updated models that we have seen of each of them. And I am very happy that Dominic Mysterio is definitely more modern and more updated with Judgment Day. But speaking of R-Truth, because he's the glue in the center of Judgment Day, and we're all very, very happy with it. I want Truth to be the guest host of WrestleMania 40. That's what I want to see happen. But 2K released this one, and it's just fun. They got the whole Judgment Day entrance, and they got R-Truth right there at the side. So our first look of R-Truth in the game. But if we zoom in on the Judgment Day, you got more details in here because you see Damian Priest with the tag team title around his waist. He's doing the same motion that we had in 2K23 with his arms going up for the pose. You do have, though, it's a little bit more updated now, which is great because you do have Rhea Ripley crouched down on the ring apron, and she's got her arms around Dominic Mysterio just like they pose on TV. And the other cool detail with this is you can see that Dominic Mysterio is wearing the North American Championship, the NXT North American Championship. So based on this, 2K could go in and update who are the title holders and all of that, like the day before the game comes out, to make sure that it's all modern. Which leads a lot of people to wonder about Dragon Lee, because Dragon Lee had won the North American Championship. I feel like Dragon Lee is going to be DLC. I think he's kind of a prime candidate for somebody who's gone to NXT, up to main roster really fast, back in NXT, he's all over the place. And WWE seems to be a big fan of Dragon Lee, so I have a feeling he is going to be DLC. It's one of my predictions here. But you know how we mentioned Bray Wyatt earlier with him being revealed in the showcase mode? Click this video right here because this is going through more of the details, the leaks, the showcase updates that we did find. There's way more details in here you should see. Have a great day, everybody. See ya.